$120,000 a year. That is the average software engineer salary in the United States. That means every single month, $10,000 is hitting their bank account. But here is the part nobody talks about. A recent study by CNBC found 58% of software engineers are living paycheck to paycheck. 58%. People who debug million-dollar systems at work cannot debug their own finances. I found that hard to believe, so I did what any engineer would do. I pulled the data, I ran the numbers, I built the model, and what I found was not a money problem. It was a systems problem. The same mistake, repeating, every single month, like an infinite loop with no exit condition. In this video, I am going to show you exactly what that loop looks like, and exactly how to break it. You got the job. Not just any job. The job. You survived the LeetCode rounds, the system design interviews, the HR calls, the waiting. You proved yourself in one of the hardest hiring processes on the planet. And then that first offer letter landed in your inbox. You read the number. You read it again. Maybe you called your parents. Maybe you just sat there quietly, smiling at your screen. That moment was real. That achievement was real. Then came the salary bump, the promotion, the job switch, the total compensation upgrade. Suddenly you are not just making good money, you are making great money. RSUs, bonus, base salary that your younger self would not even believe. You did everything right. But then something strange happens. Month 1 passes, month 3, month 6, and you open your banking app, and the number just does not make sense. Where did it go? You are earning more than your parents ever did, combined. But at the end of every month, the account looks the same, sometimes worse. And here is why. Nobody warned you about lifestyle inflation. The moment income goes up, spending finds a way to match it. Better apartment, newer laptop, nicer car because you deserve it. And you do deserve it. That is not the problem. The problem is it happened automatically, without a plan, without a system. Then came subscription creep. Netflix, Spotify, ChatGPT Plus, AWS personal account. 3 SaaS tools you signed up for and forgot. Each one is small. $7, $12, $20. But quietly every month they are running in the background, like processes you never killed. And then FOMO investing hit. A colleague mentions a stock. A Reddit thread blows up. Crypto is moving. You throw money at it, not because you researched it, but because you did not want to miss it. And most of the time it just disappears. Here is the truth, and I want you to really hear this. This is not a discipline problem. This is not an intelligence problem. You are literally smart enough to build systems that run at scale for millions of users. But nobody, not your university, not your boot camp, not your CS degree, ever taught you how to build a system for your own money. They taught you data structures, algorithms, object-oriented design. But not this .so. Of course it feels broken. Of course the numbers do not add up. You were never given the framework. That is what this video is going to give you. Let me show you the number that started all of this. In 2023, CNBC ran a survey across thousands of tech workers in the United States. The result was shocking. 58% of software engineers, people earning 6 figures, were living paycheck to paycheck. Not 5%, not 10%, 58%. Now, when I first saw this number, I did not believe it, so I cross-checked it. Bureau of Labor Statistics, Bankrate Survey, Charles Schwab Modern Wealth Report. Every single source pointed in the same direction. High income, low savings, zero buffer. But here is the deeper question, why? Because the common assumption is, if you earn more, you save more. That is logical. That is what math says. But human behavior does not follow math. I mapped out the actual cash flow of an average software engineer earning $120,000 a year. After federal tax, state tax, Social Security, take home is roughly $7,200 a month. Now watch what happens to that $7,200. Rent in a tech city, San Francisco, Seattle, Austin, average $2,200 to $2,800. Car payment plus insurance, $600 to $900. Food, groceries, eating out, $600 to $800. Subscriptions, software, streaming, $200 to $400. Student loan payments, $300 to $500. And we have not even touched credit card debt, gym membership, travel, or that weekend Amazon habit. You do the math. $7,200 walks in the front door, and $6,900 quietly leaves through the back. That is not a salary problem. That is a flow problem. The money is there, but there is no dam, no structure catching it before it disappears. And the data proves this is not rare. This is the default. Now let me show you this the way an engineer actually thinks, because I believe this framing will change everything for you. Think about your money exactly like an API. You already understand APIs. You build them, you debug them, you optimize them. So stay with me here. Income is your input, the request coming in. Expenses are your output, the response going out. And savings is your cash, the data you store for future use. Now imagine you built an API at work with no rate limiting, no validation, no error handling. Every request that comes in immediately fires an output. Nothing is stored. Nothing is optimized. Nothing is protected. You would never ship that to production. You would call it broken. But that is exactly how most engineers are running their personal finances. Money comes in, money goes out, nothing stays. No rate limiting on spending. No input validation on investments. No cash building for the future. And here is where it gets more interesting. In software, we talk about technical debt. Small shortcuts today that create massive problems later. Personal finance has the exact same concept. Every month you delay investing, that is financial technical debt. Every subscription you forget to cancel, that is a memory leak. Every impulsive purchase on credit, that is a bug you are pushing to production without testing. And just like in code, the longer you ignore it, the harder it becomes to fix. The engineers I have seen build real wealth, they did not earn the most. They just treated their money like a well-architected system. Clean inputs, controlled outputs, optimized storage. That is the entire secret. And it is a system you already have the brain to build. Now let me show you two engineers. Same industry, same city, same general cost of living. Different results, and the gap will surprise you. Engineer A earns $100,000 a year. Take home, roughly $6,200 a month. He got the job, upgraded his apartment immediately. Moved to a nicer area because he worked hard and earned it. Lease on a new car because the old one felt embarrassing at a tech company parking lot. Eating out 4 to 5 times a week because he is busy and tired. Investing occasionally, when he remembers, when the market looks good, when a coworker mentions something. End of year savings, $4,000 to $6,000. That sounds okay until you realize that is less than 6% of his income. At that rate, at 35 years old, retirement at 65 looks very uncomfortable. Engineer B earns $80,000 a year, $20,000 less. Take home, roughly $5,100 a month. She kept her apartment for 1 extra year after the raise. She drives a 4-year-old car, fully paid off. She automated $1,000 into index funds on the 1st of every month. Before she can touch it, she audits her subscriptions every 3 months like a quarterly code review. She does not time the market. She does not chase trends. She just stays consistent. End of year savings and investments, $14,000 to $18,000. Same city, same industry. Engineer A earns $20,000 more and saves 60% less. Now run that difference forward 20 years with compound interest. Engineer B retires early with options, with freedom, with choices. Engineer A is still optimizing for lifestyle and wondering where the money went. This is not about sacrifice. Engineer B is not suffering. She is not eating plain rice and sitting in the dark. She just built a system early and let it run. The variable that separated them was never income. It was architecture. And that word should mean something to you because you build architecture for a living. The only question is, have you built it for yourself yet? Here's the exact 3-step system I'd build. Step 1. Automate your savings like a cron job. First day of month. Money moves itself. Step 2. Audit subscriptions every quarter like a code review. Step 3. Invest in index funds. Set it, forget it, let compounding do the loops. Okay, so now you understand the problem. You have seen the data. You have seen the map. You have seen the 2 engineers. And maybe right now, something in your head is saying, I need to fix this. Good. Hold that feeling. Because what I am about to tell you is not complicated. It is not a finance degree. It is not a spreadsheet with 50 tabs. It is a system. Simple, clean, automated. The kind of system that once you set it up, runs itself. Just like good software should. The first thing you need to do is automate your savings before your brain gets involved. This is the most important step. Everything else depends on this one. Here is the problem with willpower. It runs out. You have a long sprint at work. Difficult week. A Friday night where you just want to order food and relax. In that moment, you are not going to feel like being responsible with money. And you should not have to, because willpower is a terrible system design. You would never build software that depends on a human remembering to press a button every single time. You would automate it. So do the same with your money. The day your salary hits, whether that is the 1st or the 15th, a fixed amount moves out automatically. Not what is left over after spending. Not whatever feels comfortable that month. First, automatically, before you see it. Even if it is $300, even if it is $500, the number matters less than the habit. Because what you are really doing is teaching your brain a new normal. After 2 months, you stop noticing that money is gone. Your lifestyle adjusts to what remains. And quietly, in the background, your future is being built. Set it up this weekend. 30 minutes. 1 bank transfer scheduled to repeat. That single action will do more for your financial future than any investment tip you will ever read. The second thing you need to do is run a subscription audit. Right now, tonight, I want you to open your bank statement last 3 months and highlight every recurring charge. Every single one. You are going to find things you forgot existed. A trial you signed up for and never canceled. A tool you used twice and kept paying for. A service that made sense 6 months ago and makes no sense today. Most engineers I have spoken to find between $80 and $200 a month in subscriptions they no longer use. That is not a small number. That is $1,000 to $2,000 a year, silently leaving your account, doing absolutely nothing for you. Now think about what that money does if it goes into an index fund instead. Over 10 years, with average market returns, that forgotten $200 a month becomes somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000 from subscriptions you were not even using. Do this audit every 3 months. Put a reminder in your calendar right now. Call it financial code review, because that is exactly what it is. You are cleaning up the processes running in the background that are consuming resources and returning nothing.
The third thing, and this one is where engineers have a natural edge, is to start investing in index funds on a fixed schedule. Not when the market looks good, not when a coworker tells you about a stock, not when Reddit is excited about something. Fixed, scheduled, automatic. Here is the truth about investing that took most people years to learn. Nobody, not hedge fund managers, not Wall Street analysts, not the loudest voice on financial Twitter, consistently beats the market long term. Study after study confirms this. So instead of trying to be smarter than the market, you just buy the market. An S&P 500 index fund tracks the 500 largest companies in America. When they grow, you grow. When the economy recovers, you recover. You do not need to pick stocks. You do not need to time anything. You just need to stay in, consistently, for a long time. Think of it like a database that compounds over time. Every contribution you make earns returns. And then those returns earn returns on top of returns. Engineers call this recursion. Investors call it compound interest. Both are describing the same beautiful thing. A process that builds on itself, growing larger with every cycle, without you doing anything extra. A 30-year-old who invests $500 a month into an index fund, with average historical returns, will have somewhere between $800,000 and $1 million by retirement. Not because they were brilliant, not because they got lucky, because they started a loop and refused to stop it.
The fourth thing, and this one nobody talks about enough, is to build a 1-month expense buffer before you do anything aggressive. Most financial advice jumps straight to investing. But there is a step before investing that protects everything else. Imagine you have automated savings running, index funds being invested, everything is moving perfectly, then your laptop dies, or an unexpected medical bill arrives, or your car needs a repair. And because there is no buffer, you pull money out of investments at the wrong time. You interrupt the loop. A 1-month expense buffer sitting in a high-yield savings account is your error handling. It is the try-catch block in your financial code. It does not earn massive returns. It is not supposed to. Its only job is to make sure one unexpected event does not collapse the entire system. Calculate what 1 month of your life costs. Rent, food, transport, utilities. Put that number in a separate account. Label it emergency buffer, and do not touch it. Once it is there, your entire system becomes stable. Investments stay invested. Automation keeps running. 1 bad month does not reset your progress. Now here is what I want you to notice about everything I just told you. None of it required you to be a genius. None of it required you to predict the market. None of it required discipline every single day. It just required a system. Set up once. Running always. You already build systems that serve millions of people without breaking. This system only needs to serve one person. You. And unlike production deployments, there is no on-call rotation. You set it up. You let it run. You check in occasionally. And over time, it changes everything. Before you close this video, I want you to do something. Not tomorrow. Not this weekend. Right now. Because here is what I have learned about human behavior, and honestly about my own behavior too. The moment a video ends, the moment you swipe to something else, the feeling fades. That clarity you have right now. That something needs to change feeling. That I actually need to do this feeling. It has a very short life. So before it disappears, I want you to take one action. Just one. Open your banking app. Look at last month. And find one subscription, one recurring charge that you forgot existed. Just one. That is it. Not because it will make you rich tonight, but because that one action changes something in your brain. Tells your mind, I am the kind of person who pays attention to my money. And identity is where all behavior starts. Now, if this video gave you something real, if the API analogy clicked, if the 2 engineers made you think, if even one number surprised you, then I want to ask you something honestly. Do you think one video is enough? Because what I showed you today is the foundation, the why behind the broke engineer problem, the data, the system design, the first 4 steps. But there is an entire next level to this. How to actually pick the right index fund as a software engineer with your specific income bracket. How to handle RSUs and stock options, because most engineers are leaving serious money on the table here without even knowing it. How to build a complete personal finance dashboard, automated, that shows you your entire financial picture in one place, updated in real time. That is what the next video covers. And if you are the kind of person who just watched an 11-minute finance video and is still here, then that next video was literally made for you. It is already up. The link is right above this screen. And if you are new here, here is what this channel is. This is not generic finance advice. This is not the same tips you have heard 100 times. This channel exists for one specific person, the software engineer or the tech worker who is smart enough to build incredible things at work, but was never given the financial framework to match that intelligence. Every video here is built around data, built around systems, built around the way an engineering mind actually thinks. If that is you, subscribing takes 3 seconds. And it means the next time I put out research like this, you will actually see it. One last thing before I go. If you are watching this and you are early in your career, maybe 23, 25, 27 years old, I want to say something directly to you. You have something that no amount of money can buy later: time. The engineer who starts this system at 25 and the one who starts at 35 will end up in completely different places. Not because of talent, not because of salary, just because of when the loop started. You are watching this video for a reason. Maybe that reason is that today is the day the loop starts for you. I will see you in the next one.